everybody. Hello, hello. So today's subject, hi Nancy. So today's subject is going to be about fear of failure. Hello, hello. We're going to carry on. Yesterday was the first part. So today is going to be the second part. Okay? Hello everyone. Let me see who's here. Okay, let me see who is here. So, hi Hanan, hi Ragragi, hi Abakar, hi Layali, hi Ismail, hi Katie, hi Iman. So I would like to ask everyone who is here, if you'd like to tell me, where are you located? In which states are you in the States? I am located in Miami, Florida. How about you? I feel that my camera is not that, needs to be cleaned, right? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm back. Sorry about that, but that's better. So how is everybody today? How are you? Let's see who's here. Is everyone doing good? You had a good day? So, before we start, tell me, which states are you located? I'm in Florida, Miami. How about you? Huh? Where are you located? Let's see who joined. Florida. Yes, we have Nancy from Florida. Nutro, Betty. Betty is... Where are you? Where are you located, Betty? I'm wondering. We have Bashir. So, tell me, where are you located? I am located in Florida, Miami. And today's subject is going to be about fear of failure. Yesterday we had the first part, and today we're going to have the second part, and tomorrow is going to be the third part. So today, mainly, I'm going to tackle the roots of fear of failure and how it is manifested in your life as an adult. Okay, so let's see who joined. Hi Bashir. Hi Katie from Virginia. Okay, so if you can tell me, when you hear the word, or when you hear the pattern, fear of failure, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? Fear of failure. When you hear it, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? I'll give you time to... Miami is so expensive. So where are you from? Not sure. Betty, hi, from Washington. Hello, hello. Hi, Betty from Washington. Hi, Tony. Where are you located in the state, Tony? Okay. Hello, hello. Anxiety. Okay. So when you hear fear of failure, the first thing that comes into your mind is anxiety. Okay. That's very relatable because you're anxious about something that you are scared to do. Okay. So it can be manifested as anxiety for some people. Yes, I'm so anxious, I'm so afraid to step into the unknown, to take a decision, to change my job, to change my career, to start a business, to travel and live abroad. So all those are reasons that you can get anxiety for some of you. All right, let's see who is here. We have Miha from LA, California. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Who is here? For parking a car. Okay. You're talking about Miami. I know, you're right. Wouldn't deny that. Okay, so let's stick to the subject. People judging you, exactly. So you have this fear of failure. Why? Because you're afraid that people judge you. That people judge you if you take the wrong decision, if you do not succeed. For instance, if you start a business and you not succeed, so you're afraid that people will judge you, that people call you like you're a failure, or you failed, or things from that sort. All right, let's see who's here. Hi Abdu, hi Majid, hi, it goes very quickly. Hi Christina, hi Juna, hi Lubna. Okay, so whenever you're ready, I'm ready. So I would like to ask you here again one more time. When you hear the pattern, fear of failure, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? What is the first thing? Hi Juna, hi Majid, hi AZ. What is the very first thing that comes into your mind when you hear the pattern, fear of failure? What is fear of failure? Majid, hi Majid, hi Amin, hi Mr. Khalifa, I think. Hi Marwan, hi everyone. So I had a couple of people from LA, Virginia, and also Washington, and people also from Florida. Okay, so we have another answer here from Miha. Fear of judgment. Yes, exactly. Fear of judgment. You are afraid to be judged. That's why you don't do a move. That's why you don't do a first step even. Yeah, thank you for your comment. Okay, we have losing money. Yes, exactly. Losing money. You are afraid to lose money. Why you are afraid to lose money? Because you may want to invest it, you may want to start a business, so you have this fear of, oh my god, maybe it doesn't work, maybe I will not get enough client, maybe nobody will buy my product or my services. So there is a lots of hesitation and a lots of fear behind, so it manifested as a fear of failure. All right, we have lots of people saying losing money. Yes, Betty, losing money, exactly. It's the very first thing that comes into our minds, particularly for people who wants to start a business or invest maybe in stock market or things from that sort. You always have this fear, maybe I will lose my money, maybe it will not work. So this fear is like a block. I would call it like a wall between you and your success, between you and you growing, between you and moving forward. Okay, let's see who is here. Hi Majid, hi Sashi. Okay. Hi Lucky, I remember you were yesterday. Hi Asif. Washington time. What do you mean? I didn't get you. Okay. Ah, Betty from Washington. Okay. Hello, 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 Betty from Washington. Okay. For all of you who has just joined, today I'm going to tackle fear of failure, the roots of fear of failure. So yesterday we explored the fear of failure as a pattern. So what is fear of failure? So fear of failure is not just being afraid to fail or to, it's not actually a laziness. It's not lack of talent. It's not lack of ambition or motivation. The fear of failure is the mind and the body trying both of them to protect you, but in a way that limits you. So the fear of failure is the mind and the body working together and trying to protect you, but in a way that limits you. In a way that limits you. That's very important. Okay. Any questions till now? So it's the subconscious belief that any risk could be catastrophic. Like all of you shared with me. Losing money. Fear of being judged by people. So any risks is going to be catastrophic. Oh my God, I'm going to lose money. Oh my God, people are going to laugh at me. People are going to call me names. They would think I'm a failure. So all those are imaginative scenarios that your mind makes. They're not real. It's just imaginative scenarios that your mind makes. All right. So, hi Kinan. Hi Najib. Hi CR7. Okay. All right. So, fear of failure. It's not about being, or it's not about logic. If you want to think about it, it's not about logic. It's not about intelligence. So the way you think about it, why I'm afraid? It's not about logic. It's not about intelligence. So what's going on here? It's your nervous system running a program. So your nervous system is running a program. What is that program? Would like you to think about it here. Let's see if we have some answers here. All right. Fear of failure is strongly related to perfectionism, I think. Like, if I do it perfectly, I can't fail. Yes, it's very, very related, Miha. Thank you for your comment. So I like the way how you relate both of them, because I think last week or the week before, not last week, the week before, I tackled perfectionism. And they're very tight, because perfectionism, you try to be perfect in order for you not to fail, because you're afraid to fail. So that's a very good point. Okay. Hi Wisdom, hi Anwar, hi Kinan, hi Ahmed. Okay, so my question was, if it's not about logic and if it's not about intelligence, it's your nervous system running a program, what would be that program? So your nervous system is running a program. It's not about me being not intelligent. Well, I want to start a business, but I can't. Is it because I am not intelligent, or is it because I am not logical? No. It's because my nervous system is running a program. So what is that program? What is it? Hi Shamil. Hi Mahari. Okay. What is that program that your nervous system is running? If you can share with me. There is no right or wrong answer. We're we're talking and exploring the subject together. Okay? So feel free to comment. So for those who have just joined, today's topic is the pattern of fear of failure. We're going to explore the roots and how it is manifested in your life as an adult. Okay. Hi Harun, hi Azdin, hi Sami. Hi everyone. When the nervous system feels unsafe, action feels impossible. Exactly. So your nervous system feels unsafe. Okay? So action feels impossible. Nervous system feels unsafe. Actions feels impossible. Thank you so much. That's very, very accurate. Your emotions are affecting your decisions. Exactly. Your emotions are affecting your decisions. Is exactly what Miha said. When you feel unsafe, your action feels impossible. Which we can say it in a way or another. If you avoid risk, you stay safe. As Katie said, it's about the emotions. If you avoid risk, you stay safe. I am avoiding risk, I'm staying safe. Why would I try to change my job? I'm good at my job. Why would I try to live in another country? I'm good here. Why would I change, let's say, change something I'm used to, but I don't like it in my life, let's say a habit. Why would I change it? Why would I change waking up late? No, I like it. So things from that source. I'm just trying to give you an example to have an idea about it. So it's your nervous system has a program which is avoid risk, stay safe. When you avoid risk, you stay safe. Okay, so feel like I'm floating through traffic. Okay. Thank you for your comment. Would you like to tell me what is it how is it related to fear of failure? I'm curious to know. Okay. Okay. So if anyone has any question, because I would like to share with you here a personal example that I was having and I don't have anymore. Are you ready? So I want to share with you a very personal example. Okay? So when I was a kid, I never had the chance. Curious to know. All right. So when I was a kid, I never had the chance to ride the bicycle. I never had the chance to ride the bicycle. So I grew up as an adult not knowing how to ride a bicycle. So I always carried this feeling inside of me. I want to know how to ride a bicycle. One day I will be able to ride a bicycle. But deep inside of me, there were some blocks. I was kind of afraid. But afraid of what exactly? I was kind of afraid of being judged by people or falling off the bicycle or being laughed from people. Me as a grown up and being tall, trying to ride the bicycle. Who does that? So I had all this fear inside of me, this fear of failure. because I'm afraid I will fall down. I'm afraid I will get embarrassed. I'm afraid I will get laughed at. But then, last year, I got the opportunity to start. And here is the funny part. I learned how to ride a bicycle in 3 or 4 attempts, mainly. It didn't take me more than that. 3 or 4 attempts, and I was able to ride a bicycle. You know how much it's difficult for an adult? This timing is mainly for children. Children learn that fast because they don't have the fear of failure, because they're growing, they're learning. And my question here to you, why I could do that? Why I could learn that fast? Yes, I did it, Nancy. So I could learn that fast because I could reprogram through NLP my subconscious reprogramming. I could dissolve from the root the fear of failure. So learning something new or new skill was easy, extremely easy. I was just concentrating on learning. I remember when I was riding the bicycle, I never cared about if I fall down, if people will laugh at me, if I will get judged. I was just like learning. I was just excited, like literally like a kid. So that was, or I had that experience, and I had that results because I got the chance to be coached by one of my classmates at that time. It was actually a long time back, but I only got the opportunity to try it last year. And through NLP, I could just do a thing that I was so afraid to do for so many years, and I did it so easily. So let me tell you a little bit about NLP. So NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. So it's a practical tool that helps you shift these old patterns. So it helps you shift these old patterns. So it teaches your mind and your body that fear is often just a story. It tells your mind and your body that fear is often just a story. I was so into the story that I didn't check the comments. Give me a couple of minutes. Maybe somebody here sent something interesting. Okay, let me go through it. Yeah, they're laughing. Okay, that's good. I know, I did it, yes. Fear of failure disappeared after action. Exactly, Mia. Never give up. Yes, Nancy. Thank you, Katie. Oh, it depends. It depends in your intelligence. Yeah, intelligence can play a role too, but it's mainly fear. Fear is the most important thing. Thank you, Tausi, for your comments. Hello, Balkasim. Hi, Simo. Hi, Hisham. Hi, Omar. Okay. Okay. Fear is just a story. Yes. Yes, exactly. Fear is just a story. I like it. I really like it. So let me go back to what I was talking about. So for those who has just joined, today I'm tackling the fear of failure from an NLP perspective. So let's go back to NLP. So NLP teaches your mind and your body that fear is just a story. It's not reality, it's just a story. So, and once I did the experience, or while I was doing it actually, I was relaxed. I was not scared. I was just concentrating on learning. That's it. There was nothing going on in my mind. And it was very relaxed moment. So my mind stopped overthinking about others, judgment, feeling afraid of falling down. All of that was not there. It completely disappeared from my mind. And I took action confidently, freely, and without being blocked by fear. So can you imagine how much it's a relief to do something that you love and you concentrate on doing it without having any overthinking, without having any fear of being judged, being looked at, being laughed at. You're just living the moment. I mean, I had that and that was beautiful. So I would like to ask you here, if any one of you had experienced something similar, like you were extremely afraid of something and you were like, well, I don't want to be afraid of that skill or to learn that thing. I'm just going to try. And as soon as you try it or as soon as you start, you're like, oh my God, why was I stuck? Why was I blocking myself? Have you ever tried it? Okay, let's see. Yes, me. Good job, Miha. Proud of you. Okay, let's see. Vermital. Panic attack maybe. What do you mean by panic attack maybe? You mean if you do something that you're scared of, you can have panic attack? Okay. So just clarify for me. Yeah, I know. You can have this feeling like, oh my God, if I do this, I'll have panic attack. Okay. All right. Don't be scared is the name of the person. Just never start. You will never fail. Just never start. You will never fail. Yeah. If you never start, you will never fail. Exactly. So this is what I'm talking about today, which is the fear of failure. Why we call it the fear of failure? Because if you are afraid to fail, you will never try, you will never start. Okay. All right. Let's see. I would like you to share with me your experiences. What is that thing that you were extremely afraid of? Okay. It was like blocking you, and then you took the courage and you're like, I'm going to do it. And then when you did it, oh my God, you have this free feeling flowing in your body. Okay, let's see. Great lady, thank you. All right, there was a time when I couldn't speak in front of many people. All right, there was a time. It means now you're speaking in front of many people. Good job, Miha. Proud of you. Good job. Okay, who else? I'm afraid of speaking English. Okay, all right. So I like to explore this more, Diraf. What are you afraid of exactly? Because when you say I'm afraid to speak English, are you afraid that people will judge you? Or are you afraid that you will make mistakes? Or are you afraid that you will be stuck and you will not remember a word. What are you afraid of exactly? Just like let's do it this way. Just close your eyes, and not only him, for anybody who has a fear that till now he cannot get out of it. So just close your eyes and connect with yourself, with that situation that you would like to do and you cannot. And ask your mind, I am afraid of what exactly? The example here of, I'm afraid to speak English, okay? I'm afraid of what exactly or specifically? And I'm waiting for your answer. Okay, let's see. Once I spoke anyway, I realized fear disappears when action starts. Good job. Yes, exactly. Fear disappears when action starts. You just need to do the first step. And when you do the first step, the action flows. Good job. Driving. Okay. Driving can be scary too. And also I would like to ask you, what are you scared of exactly? So if you can do the same exercise I just demonstrate now, so just close your eyes and ask your mind, I'm afraid of driving, but what I am afraid of specifically when it comes to driving? Am I afraid of having accidents? Somebody will hit me? I'm afraid of getting panicked where people will pass by. What are you afraid of exactly? Okay. Read my comment. What's your comment? Okay. I'll go back to all the comments to be sure that I saw your comments. Okay. I'm afraid of heights, and now I have climbed into the roof of the house. Good job, Fermital. Good job. You have to be proud of yourself. Good job. Because fear is just a scenario that we have in our mind. It's just a story that you have in our mind. Good job. Hey, Sarah. Okay, I'm afraid of heights. Okay, I saw that. All right, let's see somebody else. I am an extrovert person, but not with my family. Okay, I see. So basically, when you are with the family, you feel comfortable, but when you are with strangers or new people, you tend to be introvert. Okay. So I will ask you the same question. EVV, all right? Close your eyes and try to connect with yourself and tell me, what are you afraid of specifically? Imagine yourself, you are with a group of people that you don't know, that they are not your family, and tell me, what are you afraid of exactly? Bro, what's going on? Hey, Sarah. So what's going on, Sarah? I'll tell you what's going on. So I'm asking, so today's topic is fear of failure. So I'm asking, if you are afraid of something, or if you were afraid of something and you could do it anyway, what is that feeling that you have? Or if you are afraid of something, what are you afraid of exactly? All right. Diraf, yes. Okay, I got your answer. Yes, afraid of others make unpleasant action because of my mistakes. So you are afraid of being judged by others. Yeah. I know that's not an easy feeling, because you have these thoughts in your mind. Oh my God, they will laugh at me. Oh my God, they will say unpleasant comments for me. So you need to work on that. And as I did coaching, NLP coaching. That's what helped me. Some people, they can just go and do the action, and throughout the action they will learn. And some people, they find it very hard for them. So I don't know which style you are. So either you can be coached and you will not have that issue anymore. You will not even care about people. You will not have it, and it's not something that is conscious. It's something that's unconscious. You will just your mind will not have these thoughts anymore. So either you can get coached, or you can try, and every time you're going to learn. So it's up to you. Some people cannot really try. They find it very difficult. Like the example I gave you earlier about me riding a bicycle as an adult and learning. So it was very difficult for me to do it, because I had this running program in my subconscious. Oh my God, people will judge me, people will laugh at me, people this, people that. But once I did NLP coaching, I got this program, this subconscious program, reprogrammed. So basically, I didn't have these thoughts at all. I was just concentrated on learning. So check which kind of person you are. Okay, let's carry on. Swimming, Sarah. Oh, you're afraid of swimming. Oh, so I'm not sure, but maybe, I'm just going to say maybe something happened with you in your childhood. Maybe, I'm not sure, like you tried, or something that's related to swimming, to water. So if you are afraid of swimming, I don't know which kind of personality you are, but as I shared with the drift earlier, either you can try with like in a swimming pool, for example, and then learn slowly, or you can get coached. And this is exactly what I do through NLP. You can get coached, so this fear that is stored in your subconscious is not there anymore, so you'll be able to do the action that you would like to do. Okay, read my comments. I read it. Cool. Okay. Sorry for those that I didn't read their comments. I'm trying my best to read all your comments. Okay. Okay. Having accidents. Okay, thank you, Katie. Yeah. So you are scared of having accidents. So in this case, and I believe you've been driving for a long time. So in this case, the best way for you is to get coached on this specific fear. Because I can imagine you are driving, and in your mind, and correct me if I'm wrong, I would like to see your answer. You're driving, okay? And in your mind, you see scenarios of accidents, maybe from movies, maybe accident that happened in front of you. Maybe when you were a kid, you saw an accident and you got traumatized. I really don't know. I'm just giving couple of how can I say, of assumptions, because I would not really know what you really have unless I talk to you. But I'm just giving assumptions just for you at least to know, to have an idea, a basic idea. So the best way, if you already been driving for a very long time and you still have that scenario, that negative story in your mind, the best way is to get coached. Okay? And you can DM me for that. So I work on the subconscious programming, on things from that sort. So to reprogram your subconscious mind so that you will not have this fear anymore, so that you will drive and you will have a calm and serene and comfortable state. Okay. All right, let's carry on. I have a question. Okay, for the person who wrote, I have a question. Just send me your question. I'm going through. through it now. Oh, thank you. I love this live stream. Thank you. Have a nice time. Thank you. Can I be rich by closing my eyes? Well, you can. You can imagine yourself being and see yourself being and manifest it. And in the meantime, you need to do the action. But if you see it in your mind and if you really try to imagine it on a daily basis and manifest it and do the action in the same time, of course you will reach to your goal. But it needs both. Okay. Hello, Ali. I think you're new here. Lifeguard swimmer. I like that you are interacting with each other and you are giving each other tips. I really like that. That's so sweet. Abdul Karim, hello. Jiffy, hello. Hello. I can feel your good energy. Ah, thank you. I'm happy that I could send you or give you this good energy. Thank you so much. Him. Okay. Hello, Jugurta. Okay. So anybody else? Anybody else would like to share with me what he or she is afraid of? And we'll talk about it. We'll try to analyze it, give a little bit of assumption. Okay. I'm living in Miami, Florida. Thank you, Nancy. Hey, Nordin. Hey, Ayri Lahon. Okay. Some names are a little bit difficult because they're not really names. They're just your... Hi, Nono. Okay. So, I'm just going to ask you one more time. What is that thing that you have in your life and that you would like to achieve and you are afraid of? You have this fear of failure. So if nobody's going to answer, I'll just carry on, huh? Noam Chomsky. Noam Chomsky is okay. Anybody have any question? What did you mean? Are you talking to somebody else? Okay. So I'm going here to give you another example rather than the first example that I shared with you, where I did struggle with the fear of failure. So I remember I was preparing for a very, very, very important presentation. Like something I cared about deeply. So on the surface, I was like very motivated and capable. But as the moment gets closer, my body starts feeling tensed. I start feeling stressed. Like I had some feeling in my chest, also in my stomach. And I was asking myself, what if I forget? What if I fail? What if they judge me in the exams? Yes, exactly. The stress killing me. Okay. So I had all these questions running on in my mind. What if I... Hello. What if I fail? What if I forget something? What if they judge me? Okay? So what's important here, it wasn't the presentation that scared me. It was not the presentation that scared me. It was my nervous system reacting. So my body was responding as failure. So my nervous system and my body was responding as if failure meant danger. So for me, I was feeling that failure meant danger, meant embarrassment, meant rejection. Hello, Balqasim. Hello, Terence. Okay. So that was my struggle. So once I worked on this with NLP, and I will explain to you in a bit what is NLP. My body relaxed. My mind became clearer. I didn't have all those negative thoughts in my mind. They just vanished, they just disappeared. So I was more present, grounded, confident. Yes. Hi, Gino. Okay. I'm just liking the fact that you are interacting with each other. Okay. The stress killing me. Oh, okay. So you said the stress is killing you. So you are stressed about what exactly? What are you afraid of? Because stress is stress comes primarily from not taking decisions. Stress does not come from hard work. Stress does not come from being tired. Stress primarily comes from not taking decisions. So you're hesitating about something. What is that something that you're hesitating about? What is that decision that you are in the middle of it? If I take A, maybe I will fail. If I take B, maybe I will fail. So you are in the middle of two decisions and you're hesitating. I'm just assuming, by the way, that I didn't talk to you. I don't really know you. This is primarily what happens behind stress, but you can confirm it or you can tell me what is it going on with you. Okay. No. We fear the things we don't know. Exactly. We fear the things we don't know. So I'm waiting for your answer. What's your name? Him. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi, Mano. Hi, Mitch. Just to drink some water. Hi, Adam. Hi, Zakaria. Okay, so for those who has just joined, today I'm tackling the pattern of fear of failure. And I've been asking all of you here, and I had some great questions. What are you afraid of? What are the things that you would like to achieve in your life, and you have this fear of failure in front of you that is blocking you? Okay, so here I'm going to give you a definition of NLP. So what is NLP? So NLP stands for neuro-linguistic programming. It sounds academic, but in simple terms, what it is. In simple terms, it is how our mind or your mind, your language and your behavior are deeply connected. Okay? They are deeply connected. And how each one of them influences the other. So, we have the mind, the language, and the behavior are deeply interconnected. And each one of them influences the other. So here is the key. And hear me on that because it's very important. So your mind shape your words. And your words influence your emotions. And your emotions shape your behavior. And your behavior reinforces your thoughts. It's like a continuous loop in the background. Does any one of you have a question regarding that? Okay, let me see who has just joined. Hi Cupid. Hello Cupid. We are having a great conversation here. We are talking about our fears. Yes. So what are you afraid of? I just shared that I was afraid of riding a bicycle because I couldn't ride a bicycle when I was a kid and I learned as a grown-up. Yes. And because I've been coached by classmates doing NLP. So I was able to ride a bicycle in 3-4 attempts, something like that, which is not easy for an adult because I didn't have all this fear of people going to laugh at me or being judged or going to fall down. So what is the fear that you have? And let's talk about fears. Let's be vulnerable and talk about our fears. I like the fact that all of you here are encouraging each other, lifting each other up. We have good people in this life. I like it. Okay. Cupid. Media shapes your behavior. Good job. Yes, I like this comment. Media shapes your behavior. I personally don't watch news since long time. I'm not somebody who likes news because most of the news, I mean, I'm not going to really talk about it that much, but in news, there's lots of fear in news. Afraid catastrophe is going on. You're afraid because there is a war I don't know where. So there is always this fear that's being activated. But anyway, thank you for your comments. Okay. I fear media. Media manipulation. I fear media. Okay. So, okay, 1 second. Thank you. Media is not news. Okay, can you tell me what do you mean by media? You mean social media? And what are you afraid of? Okay, let's put what is media in a side, because when you said media, I thought you're talking about news, but it can be social media. There's many sorts of media. So I would like you here to do an exercise with me, Kobit, that so many of you here did. So I would like you to close your eyes and connect with this fear, the fear you're afraid of media, and ask your brain this question. What are you afraid of specifically when it comes to media? Regardless of what media it is. What are you afraid of specifically? And I'll wait for your answer. Hi, Zakaria. If you have a question, you can ask. any form of communication. I think at that time you didn't do the exercise I took you through, but take your time. I'll wait for your answer, Cupid. Okay. So going back to NLP, and for those who have just joined, today I'm talking about fear of failure from an NLP perspective. And NLP stands for neuro-linguistic programming. So what is neuro-linguistic programming? Neuro-linguistic programming is practical tools that I'm just wondering, is it the question that you answered earlier or is it different? So NLP is practical tools that shows how your mind, your language, and your behavior are deeply connected with each other, and that each one of them influences the other. So here is the key. Your thoughts shape your words, and then your words influence your emotions, and your emotions shape your behavior. Then your behavior reinforces your thoughts. It's a continuous loop that is running in the background. Hi, Tariq. True. Okay. So true, you mean any form, you are afraid of any form of communication, but what are you afraid of specifically? So you are afraid of any form of communication. What are you afraid of specifically? What would happen if you what would this communication make you afraid of? I would like to know. I'm curious to know. Well, for those who ask, I'm not a teacher. I'm a coach. I am an NLP coach. NLP that I was explaining to you right now, neuro-linguistic programming. And I am a trainer and consultant. So I do one-to-one coaching for people who have limiting self-beliefs, okay? Who have inner blocks, who have different kinds of fears, okay? And I also do trainings. Trainings depends of the audience and the subjects. All right. Thank you for your share. Let's see who's here. Hi, Tarek. Hi, Sally. Hi, Sada. Okay, Sally. I'm afraid to make mistakes when I'm with native speakers. You know why I'm laughing? Because I used to have the same issue. Because but let me tell you something. I would like to know, where are you from? Why? You can share with me if you feel like, or you cannot. It's up to you. Why? Because when you are a native speaker in a language, okay, and somebody else, he's a foreigner and he speaks your language and he makes little bit of mistakes, you find it cute. You know, I always had this belief, but every time I talk with a native speaker, they always tell me, "Oh, I like your accent. I like this. I like that." So, okay, Sally. So I don't know if you have ever experienced speaking with native speakers, but native speakers in any language, they're really happy that you communicate with them, and they would like your accent. They would like, even if you make mistakes, they will encourage you. Okay? I like ideas about linguistic interrelations. Okay. So NLP is actually derived from psychology. Okay? Thank you for your comments. Hi, Dragon. Hi, Abu Bak. Lovely people I have today. So happy for that. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the last thing because I will have to go. And Please don't forget, tomorrow I'm going to carry on talking about the same subject, fear of failure. It's going to be the third part. The first part was yesterday, today the second part, and tomorrow the third part. So whoever wants to join, I'll be happy to have you here. You can just follow me, and tomorrow 5 ET. ET is Eastern, Florida time. Oh, I like this. Knowledge is what matters more than sounding like natives. Exactly. As soon as people are able to understand you, this is what matters. I know that we all tend to want to speak like natives, but I like what you said. Yes, knowledge is much more important. People will listen to what you said. And also, I would like to add that is how you make them feel. You know? It's very important. Sometimes people will not remember you or what you said, but they will only remember you because of what you make them feel about themselves mainly. Okay? We are all natives of our languages. Exactly. You got it. I like your answer. Okay, so I'm going to end with this. So let me explain this process. The process when it comes to fear of failure specifically. So, the thoughts are not isolated, just for you to know. They are connected to your body, emotions, and behavior. So when you start having thoughts, your body, emotions, and behavior, all of them, they will be, hi Ilyas, hi Moro, hi Ilyas. Okay. So, I will give you an example here. Let's say a thought appears. There is a thought that appears. I might fail. Today we're talking about fear of failure. So the first thought that you would have is, I might fail. I might fail. Oh my God, I might fail. Hi, Ilyas. So the body reacts directly. There is tension, contraction, hesitation, all of that going on. And then the emotion follows directly. Anxiety, self-doubt. And then what happened? No action. This is exactly what happened. The action freeze, or you shrink. Do you do some adult content? I think this is adult content, but I don't know if you can specify your question. That would be nice. Thank you. So what happens when there is a thought, I might fail, and then the body reacts, tension, contraction, hesitation, and then the emotions follow, self-doubt, anxiety, then action freeze. So the mind confirms, see, I cannot do it safely. See, I cannot do this safely. So it's automatic, subconscious, often invisible until you start noticing it. So all of that, if you don't sit with ourselves and try to analyze it, we could analyze a bit of it. Not 100% as I explained, obviously, but you could analyze a bit of it if we sit with ourselves and try. Stimulus response, exactly, Cupid. Stimulus response. It's exactly what happens. Okay? I'm really enjoying the live today, but I have to go. So, Cupid, tomorrow, 5 ET, okay? And for all of you who was here, 5 p.m. ET. Thank you, Miha, so much. So interesting. Thank you, Cupid. Thank you, Katie. Thanks everyone who was here. The life was amazing. We had very good interaction. We shared our fears that we all have. Luckily, I could. Luckily, I could work throughout lots of fears that I have through NLP. I think I have to leave. That's it. No more voice. Okay. Thank you, Maha. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.